Okay, let's jump right into your cards. We'll look at your first oracle card and then we'll get your tarot cards out and kind of see what this person thought when they first saw you. Okay, we have this stingray. Ooh. Interesting energy. Let me get the tarot cards out and we'll see what's going on. We have the Five of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Three of Cups. And King of Swords. I do just have to point out that it's jumping out to me. We have 3, 4, and 5. So if number sequences are significant to you in some way, that might be important to you. Number sequences like that always make me think of something that is methodical in some way, something that's laid out, something that it's like, in this case, because I haven't even like read the cards yet, so I don't know, we can come back to this idea as it ties in more. But yeah, it stood out to me, so I think it must be important in some way. It usually makes me think of some sort of process, like something that if you follow these steps, this is what's supposed to happen. So there might be an element of batedness at play here, because it seems like step 3, step 4, step 5, like something's happening in order. Take that as it resonates. So let's talk about this. This person saw you really coming through as very confident when they first met you, coming through as this King of Swords, very, very confident energy. They felt like you were the kind of person who could take on the world. You seemed like you were really straightforward and a good communicator, and they definitely appreciated that about you right from the beginning. For some of you, this person might have, when they saw you, okay, let me try to get this straight, because this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but I want to try to be clear. For some of you, this is someone who saw you again for the first time. I'm doing air quotes here. For the first time. So this isn't talking about the very first time that they saw you, but this is referring to a time that they saw you again for the first time, like after a long time of not seeing you. So for some of you, wow, I feel like for some of you that you're gonna get a message about someone you weren't asking for, and for others, you were asking about this person, but you might be thinking about the very first time they saw you, and what's coming through is the time that they saw you after a long period of time had gone by. Wow. It seems like maybe even years had passed for some of you, and then they saw you again. So with this this Four of Wands here, and with the Three of Cups, it's possible that you cross paths with this person at a social gathering, maybe a wedding or a reunion of some kind for some of you. So it could be like a school reunion, or it could be like friends getting together after a long period of time. So I'm going to read this 2 separate ways, and this will resonate for some of you. So in some cases, you were just meeting this person for the first time at a social gathering, and that's how they were seeing you. In other cases, this person was seeing you again after years have passed at a social gathering, like you went to a friend's wedding or something, and you were both there, and they're seeing you for the first time in a long time at this social gathering. If this is a past connection, this person was so excited to see you again. They were very impressed by you physically. So this is whether or not first time meeting or seeing you again, they were very impressed by you physically. They were drawn to your physique. So for some of you, you were wearing clothing that was like really flattering to your body type, or you've been working out or something like that, but when they saw you, they were drawn to your body. Yeah, for some it was the way you were filling out your clothes. They were It might be like maybe you're super curvy, or maybe you had like put on some muscle or something like that, but they were drawn to your physique for sure when they saw you. This person was they were taken with your appearance, and what I'm hearing and what I'm kind of getting from this stingray card is the words from head to toe, So there wasn't really one particular thing. That's what's saying. I think there was something that caught their eye about you, but it wasn't just that thing. They were like, they were impressed by you physically from head to toe. Every single thing you were giving, they were liking, if that makes any sense. Yeah, okay. You were really giving off like kind of a fun, easygoing energy when they first saw you. That could be because of the setting that they saw you in. It might have been in a social setting where you were hanging with friends or you were reuniting with people, but they were very impressed by this easygoing energy. There's a feeling here that it's really interesting with this Five of Pentacles, and what I think is happening here is that there's a feeling that this person, when they first met you or first saw you, they felt like they might lose an opportunity with you, like they might miss their chance with you. It also could be that they did not take their opportunity to speak to you when they had the chance. So there's like kind of a feeling that they were worried in some way that they would miss out on something with you. It might be that the two of you crossed paths several times. Like maybe you have the same friends, or you kind of like run in the same circles, and you crossed paths several times, but they didn't say anything to you. So when we're talking, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. When we're talking about when they first saw you, it might be that first time that they saw you, they missed an opportunity with you, or that they feel like they missed so many opportunities with you. Like they kept seeing you and they kept keeping to themselves and not speaking up. They wanted to talk to you, but they always felt like you two were kind of missing each other, or like circumstances weren't lining up perfectly so that the two of you could talk. Take that as it resonates, because that last bit, that might not be that you were running into each other several times, but it could be something about this connection never lining up, them feeling like it never lines up perfectly, like the timing isn't right, so they keep missing opportunities. Okay, now I'm taken back to this idea of the sequence of the 3-4-5, because that makes me think of things lining up, of that sequential kind of essence to it. So that might be what it is. This person, though, they picked up on the fact that you have a lot of respect for yourself. You came across as someone very strong and confident, and very self-assured, very secure, very secure in yourself. There is the chance that for some of you might have met this person in a professional capacity at first. You might have met them when you were like in work mode, or maybe at school when you're like in study mode. But like some of you might have met this person when you were in like serious mode, like you were in your element, you were in your zone in some way. It's kind of opposing energy to this idea of meeting in a social situation where it's like a fun gathering. But the idea of you being in your element is, I think, what's important here. You were in the energy where you can like maybe not express yourself, but in the energy of your most confident self. Maybe you are confident, like, you know, hanging out with your friends, partying, or you were like in your total professional zone, but you were coming across as someone who was like completely in your zone. And for some of you, you were in kind of like a serious, more serious mode. They thought you were smart, like whatever it is. They thought that you were exhibiting some form of intelligence. So something you said or something you did. Yeah, you're coming across as the whole package. that idea of from head to toe is coming back. You're coming across as the whole package to this person. Super attractive and intelligent. From head to toe. I think that it may be a reference to like, you've got a brain and you're hot. And that's like the impression that they got. Okay, let's move on to your next two cards. We're going to find out how this person's feelings have changed, grown, progressed since the first time that they saw you, or how their feelings will change over time. So we have forgiveness, and we have regret. Okay. All right. For some of you, this really is like, this is another indication that for some, this is a past connection, and this person really did. They saw you again after a long period of time. If that's the case, this person wants to reconcile with you. There's a sense of loss and of regret when they think about this relationship, and they want to make things right. If they did see you again after a long time without being around you, it was like when they saw you, it was like a punch to the gut. They realized how much they had lost and how alone they felt during the time that the two of you have not been together. There's also a feeling that, like, if they did run into you, they weren't expecting to see you. Caught them off guard. It could have been a situation where they were totally in their element. They thought everything was fine. They're chilling, like they were maybe at a social gathering or something. And then there you are, and it's like their heart just sinks, and like they're suddenly just torn apart. So they might not have even been expecting to see you there. For others, if this is not a past connection, then this feeling of them missing out on something with you is coming back again. So this might be somebody who's too afraid to approach you, or who has sabotaged this connection in some way because of the fear, because this is a recurring theme. So this person feels like they missed an opportunity with you, and I think that this is something that, like, if it does get worked out, the two of you are going to have to like look past maybe some of their hang-ups or some of their shyness or whatever it is that caused them to hold back. Yeah, I am getting the feeling they might have just been too afraid to approach you, but there's a feeling that they kick themselves every time they see you, or if it was just that one time they saw you and they let the opportunity slip by and they regret that. Or they see you on a recurring basis. It's like they keep letting the opportunity to say something or to connect with you in a certain way slip right past them, and they're kicking themselves every time they do that. It feels like this connection may be a catalyst for some kind of personal growth for this person, and like they need to put the past behind them in some way. There might be something that's holding them back, and they need to put that behind them. And like this connection and feeling that, just the way that they felt about you, this from head to toe feeling, this feeling that you were like the full package, might push them into making this change or growing in these particular ways. Okay, we have two more cards. We're going to find out any additional messages that you need to know about this connection. So we will look at your astrology card, and then we will also flip over your heart card that you chose and see what message is on that card. So on your astrology card, we have Yod, which is destiny. Okay, my wheels are turning here. And we have my beloved. Oh. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Okay. Again, this is a past connection or a connection and separation for a lot of you that selected this pile. And wow, I feel like you need to hear this message. It kind of does feel like this is in separation for like the majority of you. This person feels like the love between you is destined. Like there's some kind of deep spiritual bond between you. Again, 3, 4, 5. This, like I'm telling you, it's an odd thing, and I have to always interpret it based on what's going on in the reading and the rest of the reading. But it's like that kind of sequential pattern, when it jumps out at me, it's usually something to do with like taking these steps in sequential order, things being as they should, putting things in order. Sometimes it's about your steps being directed and like following the destined path, following the path that's been laid out for you. And then we have this destiny card. So this is telling me that this connection is destined in a way. This connection is very, very important. It kind of feels like if this is something that you want, that it can't be spoiled. Like it cannot be destroyed. That there's a certain path that you're on, and it might not always look the way that you imagined it would, but it's headed in the right direction. It's going from, you know, step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. You're on that journey. Even the fact that this started on step 3, you're on this journey. So yeah, this feels like a destined connection. And this person really is letting you know through this message that no amount of separation between the two of you could ever truly break this bond. So even if there is a period of time when the two of you don't speak, or if it's a situation where it's not easy for the two of you to speak, to talk, to communicate about all of this, as straightforward as you want to be, because you're coming through as this King of Swords, so I know you want those feelings out in the open. This person's letting you know this connection cannot be broken. This bond cannot be broken. The love and the depth that they feel for you, it cannot be destroyed. And no amount of space between the two of you and no amount of time that passes could ever destroy that. I want to touch on this if this was a newer connection, because this pile does feel a lot like a past connection, but for some of you it might not be. And in that case, I think this person, I think that they have some really strong feelings for you right from the beginning. Like I was saying, regardless of how long this has been going on, when this person first saw you, they saw the total package. You were able to make such an impression on them that they thought, that's the full deal right there. That's everything I want. So if this is something where like the connection has not really had a chance to blossom yet, I think this person feels attached to you on a spiritual level, even though you haven't had much opportunity to explore the connection, because they're coming through as somebody who thinks about you a lot, who thinks about the potential of this connection a lot, and who feels connected to you even when the two of you are not in close proximity. This might be a case where you see this person from time to time. Like you might see them at this particular place, but you don't see them every single day. And they have to kind of go spaces of time without being able to see you, without being able to admire you, because I think they do. I think when they see you, they're taken by you physically and intellectually. So there might be spaces of time where the two of you can't explore each other in that way, but they're just always thinking about you. You're always on their mind. So yeah, really beautiful connection and potentially past connection for some of you. That's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed doing this reading. If you liked this reading, if it resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I will see you again hopefully really soon in another video. Bye.